We're going to use this hundredths grid that's shaded to try and find the decimal, the fraction, and the percent equivalent. Now to do this, we need to do a little bit of counting. We need to figure out, for example, how many complete rows there are. If I'm counting correctly, there should be 7 of those, and then how many little boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so what I need to do now is rewrite this as a decimal, fraction, and percent. Now, one thing I can immediately say is that is 78 out of 100. So that is easy to write in 2 different ways. First off, as a decimal, that's 0.78. And because it's out of 100, I can write that as 78%. So let's see, I wanted to find the decimal. There's the decimal. I wanted to find the percent. There's the percent. The last step I need to do is rewrite this as a fraction in simplified form, but I look at this and I notice this isn't simplified. I can divide both of these numbers by 2. So let's do that. So what I need is 78 over 100. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. That's 39. That's a very bad 9, and that's a 50. So the last thing I'm able to say is that the fraction in simplified form is that right there. Okay, we got a different grid this time, and you will notice that I've got one grid that's completely filled in, and then I've got some other squares over here. But it's still the same idea. What I'm trying to do is trying to figure out what the decimal, fraction, and percent equivalents are. So let's start off by doing the count. Let me see. I know that over here I'm going to have 100 squares filled in, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. So writing that, I have 142 out of 100, and as a decimal, that is 1.42, and as a percent, that's 142%. And yes, you can have percents that are more than 100. So what's the last thing I need to do? I need to simplify that fraction. 142 divided by 100, I can definitely divide the top and the bottom by 2. So that is 71 over 50. If you don't want that as an improper fraction, that is 1 and 21 50ths. So we've got some examples here of what we're trying to do. We're trying to take a nice hundredths grid and use that to create a decimal, a fraction, and a percent.